Hello there, Codemaker4 here. Let's look at this vacuum sunrise. It doesn't look amazing, does it? So, I did a few things since last episode. I installed a battery charger. Let's turn that on. I also placed down a locker so that you can store our materials that are in here. I also built this ladder that goes to the roof. So we can easily get here without using our jetpack fuel all the time. And this is going to be where we are going to be placing lots of solar panels. But to place solar panels, you need to make solar panels. And guess what? This thing here, oh, it's out of power. That's unfortunate. So if you search in the tool lathe here, you search for solar panel, there's nothing here. That is because that's actually solar panels and other complicated electronic stuff is actually created by them. Electronics printer. So we're gonna be making one of those, which requires some gold and copper. Let me smelt that quickly using our fancy storage. Is that enough gold? Yeah, that's enough gold. Okay, so now that electronics printer is being made, we are very short on solar power. And I think I'll put like a temporary second solar panel over here. Let me prepare for that. Almost there. Okay, so now for electronics printer, let's place this over here. And need to construct this. And now that that's done, then we can create a solar panel. Kit, solar panel basic. Iron, gold, and copper. Yes, let's smelt some more of that. Okay, let's go mining again. Just need the general metals. So iron a lot, some copper and some gold. Oh, let's turn on the beacon. Here's some... Oh, that's water ice. That's good. We need that for water production later. Oh, is it just the one piece? That would be a bummer. It's just the one piece. No. Okay. Time to go back then. The ladders have longer render distance than the frames. That's interesting. Okay, let's now replace that battery. Oh, that was really low. You got some gold. Solar panel. Use some iron and some copper. Okay, so this ice is going to smelt if I place it outside. So what if I place it inside? Does it still melt? No, it doesn't. Good. Think I'll go mining even more. Turn on the beacon, don't forget that. Trying to mine some ice, but I'm getting some free iron in the process. That's nice. Oh, there's even more water and food in the uniform? I didn't know that. Interesting. And finally we're able to craft some solar panels. Still short on power, but that should be solved very soon. I just built this immediately, get as much of the sunlight. So I already prepared some of the wires for this. So this is immediately providing power. Hopefully, yeah. And we also got another one. So I think I'm going to start to place this one at the top, at the roof. And yeah, I think I'm just going to create some rows like that. Need some more gold, so let's smelt some of that. Oh, didn't mean to. One thing we're also going to need is some heavy cable coil. So these light cables, they can only do about 5 kilowatts, but a heavy cable coil can do 100 kilowatts, which is gonna, like, if you surpass this, there's going to be like every single wire is going to explode and damage surrounding things. And of course, you also lose all the wires. This happened in a previous playthrough, and that's not going to happen again. These power controllers, they do also do some current limiting. So after the power controller, you can still like safely use the small wires. But before that, especially if you want to be able to charge a lot of batteries at the same time and quickly, you want to use the heavier cables. So I'm leaving like lots of opened wires. Also down here so that I can expand this without needing to cut the power. And now that it's night, I'm gonna try to transport some things to directly plug into the solar panels, like this battery charger. Okay, so I've reorganized the power network a little bit. So now this is going to be like where the bulk of my power generation is. You have 4 solar panels and I will be expanding that. And these are going to be powering, it's going to be like for the main power supply and the battery charger. Main power supply is going to be powering my machines. Then we still have this old setup, which is just going to be for backup and emergency stuff, and for powering the arc furnace. Because I think that having this on a separate grid, or like just having 2 grids I'm continuously maintaining, means that like I could just have a backup grid, but if I'm not continuously using it, it might be a problem with it that I will only notice once it's too late. So I'm using 2 power grids. The 2 power controllers, you get 2 of them for free from the dropship. So now that the sun is coming up, the solar panels will soon start to generate some power. You know, let's grab the tablet. Yeah, the battery charge is still unpowered. That's a bummer. Like it requires. I think it might be that it's because it requires a lot of power, so it's just not getting any unless there's enough. You see, now there's enough power and it's all being used. And now that turns on, only a bit. Yeah, that's because there's a small battery in my suit right now. Okay, so the Power control requires 1.01 kilowatts. Why? Is there like a machine running on it? No. Weird. Because in here, yeah, there's nothing. Oh, that's because it's charging the battery. Oh. And the battery charger only uses like 405 watts. Okay. So do definitely have a bunch of solar panel power now. Let's start using that, shall we? So we're going to use some of the solar panel to, guess what, generate more solar power. So solar panel requires some more iron and copper. Let's smelt that. What if we had 2 arc furnaces? How much does an arc furnace cost? Arc furnace. Only some iron and some copper? Huh. You know what? Like, how much is it using right now? Arc furnace uses 500 watts spontaneously sometimes. Well, that's weird. Let's say like 100 watt average. Oh, but like one solar panel can easily keep up with that. Like, look at this. The sun is already going down significantly and a single solar panel is generating enough. Oh, I need to be quick though. Like, I don't have enough big batteries. You need steel to make more. So I'm currently just putting one of my spare small batteries in here. But they don't store a lot of power, so you need to really make use of the days. So just as the sun is setting, we have 6 solar panels. They're going to be generating a lot of energy during the day. So I think power is sorted for now. And I think it's time to start putting in a airlock. Do we really need it yet? Or do I want to... Yeah, we need to start generating food at some point. And that requires a airlock. And it's going to be it's going to be hard to create a proper atmosphere for that food. So let's just get started now. Everything required for a proper airlock, except for one passive vent, which is weird. But everything else that's required for an airlock can be found inside the starter kit. So let's kind of use all of that. So I'm going to create 2 composite doors. And you can also already see that the atmosphere in here isn't evaporating immediately. Oh shit, the ice might start melting if there's a very slight amount of atmosphere here that's hot. That could be problematic. I think it will be good enough though. So, crowbar and glass sheets. And I'm just going to force these open for now. So these wires, they do both power and data logic stuff at the same time, which is very handy. Wait a second. No, I placed it upside down, damn it. So I need to put a console in there and put the airlock chip inside. And then we cover it with a glass sheet. We're going to do the setup for that later. Then we take our active vent and let's just place it down over there. And then we need to do some piping to the inside. And then we're going to place a passive vent over there. Oh, and for that we need the hydraulic pipe bender. Damn it. Let's kind of make one of those. That's another crafting station that we need to create. Then we're going to grab the sensor kit and put down a gas sensor over here. And that's hydraulic pipe bender. Let's place it down over here. And we need to do some more construction work. That's hydraulic pipe bender, and then we need a passive vent kit, which requires iron. Let's make some of that. Oh, crap, ran out. Oh, you never guess what I almost forgot. The tracking beacon. That wouldn't have been fun. Okay, let's not go look for some iron. Oh, that was fast. That's a lot of iron, which is awesome. Now I have lots of the stuff. What I also noticed is that the battery inside of the mining drill was kind of low. So let's kind of replace that. That will charge during the day.
Hydration critical. Hunger critical.
Oh, at the same time, that's convenient. Yeah, okay, so we are kind of running low on water. Like, we have one water bottle left. Of course, you also have this here, but I think I just want to keep that at like as a very like emergency. Only use it if it's really needed, kind of thing. Okay, so let's now smelt even more iron because the furnace is ready. And let's try to make a passive vent for our airlock. To place that finally in here. Okay, now we can continue with the construction of this, which doesn't have a lot of steps left. And for that, we need the data disk. What we also need is a labeler. Now, the labeler is just necessary because you need to differentiate between the interior door and the exterior door. Let's rename this to exterior. Now rename this one here to interior. Interior. And then we're going to take the data disk, put it in here, turn it on. And then all we have to do is you have to say the exterior is the exterior door, interior is the interior door. And the active vent is going to be our vent. On this gas sensor is going to be the sensor. And then everything starts working. So take this out. So now it's pressurized. Now if we depressurize it, of course there's no pressure in there for now. So I think that for now I'm just going to do like emergency override. Oh, that doesn't work? Okay. Can I open this manually? Oh, the bolts are locked. Oh, that's awful. Maybe I should have waited with this. What happens if I just get the tool that deconstructs this? Is that a drill? Angle grinder, okay. Like, yeah, it's still going to be named interior. Okay, good. Now, if we don't need the airlock for now, let's also turn everything off. Next, we need to create a water source. And for that, we need a few things. We need an ice crusher, which requires some gold and copper. Gosh, it gets complicated as always. Welcome to Stationeers. You just need one, so I'm gonna press stop afterwards. Oh, it went in there. Okay. Yeah, maybe I placed these too close to each other. So then we kind of place this down. Oh, we're creating an atmosphere in here. That's kind of hot. Oops. Because that's the ice crusher finished. This ice isn't melting good. Then we need some liquid pipes. I'll need a few of those. Let's also get some pipe heaters. Liquid pipe heaters. We don't have enough gold. We also need to smelt that. So then we need a water bottle filler. Let's just place that down. You know what, I'm just going to use the advanced rotation keys. Yeah, that should be good. Then we take the pipes. So it's connected up the water bottle filler, but I'm also going to create a kind of weird arm extension over here. That will be clear later. Okay, so I'm going to place down 3 pipe heaters. And they go over the pipes there. Let's connect it up to the wires then. Oh wait, I placed all of this wrong way around. Oops. Okay, so we're almost done for the moment of truth. Just need to get ourselves some empty water bottles. One of 2% and one of 10%. Awesome. Let's just do a little test run over here. If you grab our tablet with and put a atmospheric analyzer in there, like the atmospheric analyzer won't just do stuff like detect that there's no pressure in this room. It can also check in this pipe network. And it can see that there is some water in there at negative 100 Celsius. I'm not sure how that works. So there's like ice water in there. Let's just kind of turn some of these heaters. And you can see that the temperature starts to rapidly rise. So let's just kind of wait for this to warm up. So these things are placed over here because they heat up like the entire pipe network. So unlike in some games like Factorio, where each pipe is... Oh, we ran out of power. So unlike in Factorio, where each pipe is has its own volume and liquid, in this game, a entire like set of pipes that are directly connected to each other have one shared value for pressure and temperature and components. The thing is, we ran out of power. That's problematic. Let's just see how well this goes. Oh, that runs out so fast. Okay. Yeah, this does eat a lot of power, obviously. There are a lot of heaters. There's also a lot of water to heat up. Let's also use this battery. I'm getting impatient. And we also have some spare charge in here. Yeah, that's now also empty. Okay, so that's all our battery power. Like, there's some in my tools, but I don't want to use up that yet. -5. So there's frozen water in here, and just we're not gonna talk about how that works and how there's ice and that it still can flow and have pressure. We're just gonna... Yeah, that's just weird. But what there is normal, however, is that these water bottle fillers, they'll only work if the water temperature is, reasonable. You can eat almost boiling hot water, but there's a real life analogy for that. It's called tea. So let's just wait for the sun to come up, which that will be a while.
A few moments later.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. 5%. Oh wait, but I drained all my batteries. What happens if the battery runs out? Oh, you know what? This is so. If you ever wondered why I didn't take the batteries out of my tools to use them, they are perfect emergency batteries for cases like this. Yeah, I'm gonna put the drill battery in there and put the. Oh, they all need to be charged now, don't they? I'm also gonna hook up the battery charger to a place after the power controller. I'm just thinking it might work better like that. Not sure though. Battery charger is off. Oh yeah. Now if I turn it on, it still does pulses. Oh no, it is on. It is working like that. Okay, that's awesome. And that's still charging at the same time. Yeah, okay, I think this just works better like that. That's good. Okay, so you know what? Let's just turn on one of these, just one. And then we can check if this light goes green and blue, it's the battery's still charging. Okay, that's good. Okay, so then check at the temperature of the water in the pipe network. It doesn't have any. Oh, that's because it started filling up that. Okay, that's good, right? Yeah. Let's kind of take this water, put that in the ice crusher. What happens if I turn on two at the same time? Still charging. 3 maybe? Yeah, okay, then it starts to become too much. Okay, so 2. Okay, that's actually kind of awesome. So let's finally take our self-made drink. Isn't it a full drink? Oh, it is. It did. That felt nice. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for this episode. Next time, we're going to be trying to create an atmosphere in here so we can grow some plants. Because all of this time living, I've got a nice tank of waste gases, which should mostly be carbon dioxide. So I'm gonna try emptying that in here and try to control the temperature of that. And we need to find ways to regenerate the carbon dioxide. I do think a human generates enough for a few plants. I should do some research on that. See you next week. Next week there won't be a Stationeers episode. There will be an episode about a thingy that's happening in my Discord server. If you want to be a part of that, there's a link in the description. So, go and have a look. Oh, I also need to create some more carbon dioxide filters. I just see. So, lots of things to do in episode 3, but that'll be in 2 weeks, not just one. So, see you then, subscribe, and bye.